Squashed. 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 I'm telling you, Chow, we're back at it again. We're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Ray Duh-Vito show. We're coming live and direct on a Wednesday night in full effect. It's me, the Mud Shark. Joining me is a man with a PhD in Ray Duh-Vito. It's Dr. Chow.
Yo, what's up, you punks?
What's up?
Not much, Mud, man. It's going all right, man. It's going well. A lot to catch up on.
Jesus.
Because I think I was thinking back to when we did our last episode, and it was right the night before the election, and a lot of unknowns going into that night, after that episode about the election, which we were under the impression Ray was a big Trump supporter based off of the video he played. Yep. And then we are also under the impression that Ray had schemed together a plan to go on a date with Gustav and Kevin, which the conditions were that Ray was supposed to bring his girlfriend. But like we said, and like we've always held firm to, she doesn't exist. So
doesn't exist.
We end up seeing some fallout from that. So we got a bunch of episodes, a bunch of clips to catch up on, but I don't know. What have you noticed over the last week and 2 days?
Well, I get a bit full disclosure. Every time he goes on Kevin's show, I'm completely disgusted by his behavior and the way he acts, the way he avoids questions, the way he won't even respond to Scheckler. So it bothers me a lot. And you're talking about the election, as we know. Ray admitted himself he voted for Kamala, so he didn't get his choice. So that's upsetting him. And I know Joe List voted for Kamala Harris, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem. But at least he could tell Joe List that he voted for Kamala Harris. And as the title of this episode, the thumbnail, what would Joe List do? As you know, the famous Raytard shirts when he was offended. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And
I think Melton made them, right?
Shuli Network or Melton or somebody.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
And Ray was against it. He wouldn't talk about it. He was pissed. And then he had that one meeting with Joe List, and he said, yeah, they want to sell Raytard shirts. And he's like, I don't know, that's a pretty good idea. I think you should lean into that. And that's when everything changed.
Yeah. So, what would Joe List do is a great way for Ray to live his life. It's gotten him this far. And no, so the election thing, we were kind of under the impression, like, yeah, obviously Ray didn't care who won, but we knew he hated Trump. And we thought maybe he really liked Kamala, but he does a show after. And we forgot that he hates women. So he actually didn't like Kamala either. It was just a matter of, I think the main thing he was really into was the abortion.
I think that he wanted, because most comics in New York, they're all pretty liberal. And I think he just wants to fit in. And obviously Hollywood's really liberal. And I think he still thinks he can get on Stephen Colbert or do something like that. Before we bring up this clip, I do want to mention something, a little housekeeping. The Ray Duh-Vito show is one of the hottest shows on the internet. I mean, you agree, Charlie. I mean, we saw the rankings, and it's like everyone's talking about it. If you could do a favor, just hit the like button. And I know some people have been asking, hey, where can I get that Ray Duh-Vito show theme and some of the music? I'm going to be putting the MP3s up on my Patreon where you can download them and rock out in the gym. So you could be in the gym pumping iron like Ray. You could be on the treadmill like Ray, and you could just be rocking out to this. I'll have those up by this weekend so you guys can have them. But sign up to the Patreon for as little as $3. But let's get back to what you were talking about, Chow. Set this up one more time. I rudely interrupted.
No, that's great. And please go check out the Patreon. There's a lot of good information on there. And what we were discussing was the election. And I think Ray talks about two things when it comes to the election. He talks about his healthcare costs that Obama dropped from
significantly, because he says that was the one thing Obamacare.
Which is strange because over the last 15 years, he goes to the hospital, he goes to the ER once a month, and he takes an ambulance ride every like 4 months. And all he ever does is complain about how much it costs and how much they charge, and all that like gouging in the medical industry happened right when Obama started messing with all the insurance and all that. So
yeah,
I don't think Ray's really looked into it. I think he just had this idea, like his insurance went down one time 15 years ago, and it's all he just repeats it all the time. You know, he's got like 7 or 8 things he repeats. So, but the other big issue for him, I think, is abortion. And we can find out a little more from this call in to another podcast or hangout show.
I mean, it's amazing how you guys find this, and all my Ray spies out there. Thank you so much for DMing us, getting us this information. And again, if you have text messages from Ray, please send them over. We will play them. We will show them. We're all about showing text messages. We're all about canceling gym memberships here. So whatever you got, we're not against canceling gigs. Let's just stop that. But everything else is fair game. So let's pull it up. This is a voicemail that you have obtained, right?
Son of Billy Wagner, OG, got this and showed it to me last week. It's great.
It's Ray Duh-Vito.
Okay, Ray Duh-Vito. Nice to meet you.
What's up?
So you're from?
Well, I'm from Lakewood, Ohio originally, but I'm out of Cleveland where I do comedy.
Oh yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I was working on this one where Roe v. Wade got overturned. So what are women gonna do? Everyone's always talking about using a coat hanger, but I figure an umbrella would work better because it's more sturdy, and you can flip it around and open it and yank that critter out. And then you want the punchline, right hook to the stomach.
Stop!
Oh, yeah? No, I got it.
Stop!
So hold on. Wait.
Is he serious?
I feel like throwing up right now. I can't believe you said that.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
I can't believe he said that. Like, I really can't believe he said that.
Wow.
Ray's picked up a pen. That's some new material. First time I've heard him tell a joke like that in a while. Usually it's just stuff about a ghost or The classics, the 7 jokes he's told for the last 20 years.
Well, I'm getting a couple messages saying they don't think that was Ray. Now, can you confirm or deny? I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Rock Bottom podcast
Yeah.
account on TikTok. So
It's got to be him.
I don't know. I mean, son of Billy Wagner found that, and he's been finding a lot of those good clips of Ray just acting the fool out on TikTok. So I love it.
Yeah, keep it coming. Whatever you guys got, send it our way. We will showcase it. We need to figure out what's going on. Let me jump into the chat real quick before we roll forward. Cousin It is looking for a membership. And guess what? Open up your tabs, Cousin It, because guess what? Help is on the way. JCB in the SD just gifted one. Oh, yeah. Cousin It just gifted one. I told you, you call, they come. And Stephen Bravo started the whole charge off with gifting one. Thank you, Stephen Bravo. Bill from Jersey, your head moderator's here. He has the big wrench, if you know what I mean. Why does MLC? Why on MLC does Ray have Kevin take him off the screen when certain chatters are on the screen? Lawsuit? Stupidity. Chow, can you field this one?
Yeah, well, I mean, he thinks if he is, I don't know, honestly, like the logic. I've heard Carlos Danger was explaining to me that he thinks like a lawyer told him like, hey, if you don't give consent or there's some rule to it of law that he's being advised on of taking off. Yeah, Rickade is his lawyer. We know that as a fact from the text messages. But yeah, like if he's not there, then it's strengthening his case. And we all know he's got some legal entanglement. So.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Good question, Bill. Great question. That leads us into what do we got over here? We got a couple things down here. Where do you want to start out first? We got so much to get to. If you're in the chat, hit the like button. Talk amongst yourselves. We got some of the regulars here. We got Declined Hosts. We got Mint Diggity. We got JCB and the SD. Obviously, Colt C's here. We got Gina Bombina. She's back from Rob Saul's chat. We'll get into that later tomorrow. Chris Mack, Muttering Jay. Ozone's up in this bitch. Terry Nee. Talk amongst yourselves. Where you want to head? We could spin the wheel.
Yeah, I want to start. Let's just start with the show after the election. I got some timestamps. I'm not as prepared as usual, so I know there's been some fans reaching out to you saying,
yeah,
they want to cover certain stuff. If you guys want to cover anything, I heard you also say you want to make the show more interactive. But I say we cover the election, post-election stream a little bit, post-birthday stream. And then we jump into MLC a little bit. Then I got a rock bottom from Monday. And then the stream from last night, I have a couple time codes. So I got time codes. I don't really have a lot of good details on it, but we can just start watching and reacting.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. This is from when?
So this was from an episode that Ray has on his page called I Should Have Been Kamal's Campaign Manager. And this was the day after the election.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and a lot of repeating in this episode. I want to just get his reaction to it, and we'll watch a little bit and just see what the vibe is at this point.
Gotcha.
I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's leaving the White House. Get him out. What are you going to do in 4 years? That's the thing. I don't think he's leaving.
Can you pause it?
Yeah.
He's just going to.
I'm going to answer this right away. He's going to do exactly what he did 4 years ago. He left, Ray. He's going to leave. He has to leave. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
He left the White House.
He brings this up about him not leaving at least 8 times in this episode, dispersed throughout it. I didn't write down all the time codes. I just kind of marked this as the start. So we can kind of watch a little bit here and see where it goes.
Because Ray, let me tell you something. Mar-a-Lago is a way nicer place than the White House. I'm just saying. And his jet's way nicer than Air Force One. He's going to get the fuck out. He's barely there anyway. Fucking Melania's in New York half of the time. They're barely there. You fucking idiot. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, do you think Ray is really upset about Biden leaving because he's slow like him?
There might be some kinship there. Two slows connecting. I think there might be something there that he feels something for Biden, some sort of telepathic slow.
Because I thought for a while, like he was all about like, oh yeah, Kamala, that'll be cool. She's a powerful woman. That'd be great having a president. But then you realize in this episode, he starts going mental on her and saying like, we don't care that you're black. We don't care that you're a woman. Starts like really getting racist on her. So I think it might be he's mad at, he hates Trump, of course. He referred the bad guys. Sometimes the bad guys win. He thinks anyone who voted for Trump is a bad guy, a bad egg. And
they're not good eggs.
No, they're not. And he thinks but then turns out he's not a huge fan of Kamala either. So I think it's more just the Biden connection he's got.
All right, let's take a look. I know people are burned out on the election coverage, but let's just touch this and we won't get back to it.
Yeah, we won't go long on this.
And I don't know. Just his lack of accountability is like what scared me. Like even that whole thing with Tony Hinchcliffe. He's like, I don't know who that comedian is. I didn't hire him. I had no idea he was going to be there.
Oh my God.
There's no accountability anyway. So yeah, so buckle up. But I think we're going to be fine. Like I said, I've always kind of leaned left just because the only president to do anything in my lifetime that actually affected me was Obama making healthcare more affordable. So
poor
saved me $500 a month by making healthcare affordable. So that's why I probably, but I didn't think. And also, you know when they lost it? I'll tell you when the Democrats lost it. First of all, so what? She's
tell me, Ray.
President. Be like, hey,
tell me, Ray.
President. No, like she's a woman. No one gives a shit. You understand? Either you're good enough to be president or you're not good enough to be president. Has no idea what your race is. If you're male, if you're female, don't throw that in my face. When I was a kid, Doug Williams, quarterback for the Washington Redskins, it never even occurred to me until after he won the Super Bowl. And they're like, oh, he's the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I'm like,
yeah, so he goes on that. Pretty much throughout the episode, he talks about that. So we'll jump ahead a little bit. And I'm
why does he think people want to know his political takes? Like Ray's like the furthest. He knows nothing about. He barely knows baseball cards, and that's his strong suit.
He doesn't know baseball cards,
right?
Yeah, we'll get to it. But when he has these two Piazzas on last night, he's telling the guys like, dude, if you want to get your cards graded, you take them to a baseball card show and you get them all graded there in person. That's how you save money. And it's like, that's objectively false. They charge you more if you do in-person same day grading than if you just send them off and then they send them back like a couple months later. So I don't know, like it's incredible how wrong he always is about everything.
It's unbelievable. Colt C's here. His lack of accountability says never accountable Raymond Duh-Vito. He says the never accountable Raymond Duh-Vito. 100%, Colt. And Theo just says, thanks for all that you do. No, thank you. We appreciate it very much so. Go ahead, Chow.
Yeah, we'll just watch here. I didn't even have a note on this one. I just took a screenshot of it.
And come together and sing them. Theo, props to TM Zumock for predicting I predicted Trump would win, and but then again, I've been wrong every election I picked. I've been wrong, but yeah, I assumed Trump was going to win. Especially like if you check out like Middle America.
Okay, wait, can I? Chow, you mind if I cover up Theo's super chat to Ray because we got more?
Theo on both screens. Shout out.
Yeah. So we're gonna cover up that $5 with this $10. There you go. It just looks better.
It does, bro. So I don't know where this. Let me move up to 1951. I think it was just because he gave you a shout out there. We'll just keep playing.
I predict.
You know what I mean? Those so-called flyover states. I mean, it's all Trump country. It literally all is. And they got to that. Let them have their day, huh? Can't the bad guys win once in a while? Can't we all just, the
bad guys? That's what it was. I like that he refers to Trump in his his gang of voters as the bad guys.
The bad guys.
He's completely serious too.
Oh, I know.
You know, Trump's going to lower taxes for everybody. We're not going to pay taxes. Supposedly, he's supposed to be good at getting us out of wars, right? That's like the thing. That was the whole thing. That's what people tell me in Ohio.
Never starting wars, you fuck.
He's good at international conflict. So, yeah, all right, let's fix that. So, Trump's back. Is COVID coming back? Huh? Now that Trump's back,
He's
it's
an
2016
idiot.
all over again. My Cavaliers are going to go back to the NBA Finals. They're going.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now, did he say is COVID coming back or is Kobe coming back? Because I listened to it like 5 times. Let me rewind that a little bit.
Yeah, it's either COVID or Kobe. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
He's a longtime Kobe Bryant hater, and he has been mocked. I think he saw Ari Shaffir mock Kobe.
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything on his own. He saw someone else do it, and then he just copies it. Like his $50 tier, and I have a $100 tier. So he's like, oh, I'm going to do 50. I'm going to do 50, and I'm going to undercut Chad. So he just copies whatever. And shout out to my $100 tier, Stephen Bravo, Crooklyn Comedy, who says Ray has bad breath, Nick Swartzen, Perry Skincare, and Deadpool. Oh, and the legend promoting Ray's tooth that's longer than his left. Look at that.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now, I want you guys to think about this when you're listening to this part, because he says it's 2016. Is Kobe coming back? So COVID, or he says, is Kobe coming back or is COVID coming back? And then he says 2016 all over again when Kobe was still hot in the game. But COVID wasn't until 2020, if everyone can remember. So then he talks about the Cavs. So he's talking about basketball. But then he starts talking about just listen and try to make sense of this.
All right, let me listen.
In Ohio is he's good at international conflict. So, yeah, all right, let's fix that. So Trump's back. Is COVID coming back?
Kobe.
Now that Trump's back, it's
Kobe?
2016 all over again. My Cavaliers are going to go back to the NBA Finals. They're going back.
Wow, I don't know.
Trump is back. Is LeBron coming back to Cleveland? We're going back to the finals. We're going to play the Warriors. Is COVID's coming back. I got to get vaccinated all over again.
He said
Remember the vaccination?
He had to have said COVID, right? But I could see Kobe because he intertwined basketball. Oh, I don't know.
The first one sounded like Kobe, and then the second one, and then he started going on a basketball rant, and then the second one in 2016, and then the second one was clearly COVID, because then he starts talking about vaccines, and you get to hear one of his great vaccine jokes.
Jeff Closer saying Kobe, Nan Cramp saying COVID, Jeff Closer saying COVID now. On JCB and the SD says Kobe. He's saying Kobe. He combined them both.
I think it's Kobe. Gonzo is a big Lakers fan. He's saying Kobe 2016 was his last year playing. And Ray has a history of disrespecting Kobe and his accident and all that stuff. So
Johnny says he said Kobe, and then the second one was COVID.
I agree with that.
Wow.
Should we keep listening to it for a minute?
Yeah. And G-Rob says Ray's the dumbest man ever. Go ahead.
I got that. I got Johnson & Johnson. I'll still do that joke on my act from time to time. It's still, people still get it. The joke does fine.
All right, you guys ready for one of Ray's 8 jokes that he's been saying for the last 5 years?
Oh, no. Here we go.
People still get Johnson & Johnson joke. They get it. They make Q-tips. We all understand Johnson & Johnson. It's all, yes, and because it's the word Johnson, I turn it into a dick joke at the end. That's the way it works. When the word Johnson is in the joke, it's going to go back to a dick joke at the end. It's called you just play around, then you work in a dick joke. And everyone goes home happy. They get vaccinated. They get Q-tips. They get to put Q-tips in their ears.
Pick up a pen.
Find out we all have G-spots in our inner ear canals. We all have done it, just like getting it in there, just like, It's nice and soft. That's for every G-spot. We all have G-spots on our inner ear canal. That's why it's Johnson & Johnson. Each ear canal gets its own Johnson. And we look at it when we're done. That's not earwax. That is ear jizz. That is jizz all over your Johnson. There you go. That's the joke. It goes into a dick joke at the end. But yeah, we're going to get...
Jesus Christ.
That's a joke that Ray tells all the time on stage.
It's fucking awful.
And I want to explore some more of Ray's jokes, because once we get to the MLC part, we get to hear about the ghosted joke. We'll get into that. Let's just keep playing for a sec.
All right. And Al,
Remember
wait, hold on. Super Chatters, Legend, Gonzo, Rills, I see you. We'll get to you in very shortly. Thank you.
Get to him now, actually. I'll move on.
Okay. Gonzo, Ray sleeps on a treadmill. He don't know nothing. And I actually have the treadmill right here. Right here. There it is. That's the treadmill and Ray's. That's the one that's facing him or behind him. And I went ahead and got that for you. The Legend's here. And as you know, the Legend's promoting. He's a $100 sponsor, and he's proudly promoting Ray's tooth. It's longer than the left. So thank you, the Legend. On March 24th, I'm sorry, March 2024, now I can get A-list comics on my show. No one ever wanted to do my show because they hate Kevin Brennan. Now I'm not cool with KB. I can't get them. And then he goes on October 24th or 2024. Now I can get A-list comics because I'm back on MLC and all the comics love KB. They can't both be true. Which one is a lie, Chow?
They're both lies, which is crazy, because someone pressed him on this the other night, and they sent 3 super chats in a row just to get an answer from him. And he kept diverting and saying, nah, well, and he kind of let it slip. He kind of took a little responsibility and said, oh, no, that was just when we were mad at each other. I said that. But yeah, Ray clearly said, like, yeah, I can't get anyone on my show anymore because they know I'm associated with Kevin and they won't come on. But now that Kevin took him back in, now he's begging everyone to go do Kevin's show, supposedly.
Everybody. Gonzo says, my mom is with Kobe now because Ray killed her on I-80. Oh, my God.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. I hope she got her wings. That's terrible. I believe you. Oh, and goddamn it, Reels went ahead and gifted 10 like a G. Thank you so much, Reels. We appreciate it. You the man.
Right. Let's see what this is. We see Gustav on here.
Yeah, like I said, like my only thing, the reason why I side with Obama is for the fact that it's straightened out, like, because our healthcare is messed up. Like, even though I have healthcare, like, you see what the totals are before it goes to your healthcare, like when they just send you the bill before it goes to your health insurance, and you're like that was $12,000. That was $12,000. That what you guys just did. You have a gout attack. It was like that was $2,000. That was $2,000. That was it. That was $2,000.
Well, Ray, quit going to the hospital like every other week for something because your toe hurts.
How many times has he been on MLC in a hospital room? I can count 4. Literally 4.
He streamed from the hospital and he started getting mad at the nurse when he was in the operating bed or whatever, because she said, like, hey, can you put that? He's like, it's like,
hey, but one thing he said here the other day, somebody said he can't run because of his gout, right?
Right. So
they said you should try to ride an exercise bike. It's easier on your knees. He's like, nah, it's worse for my knees. Do any research. It is so much better for your knees than actually running on a treadmill. Running on a treadmill is awful for your knees. Literally riding on an exercise bike is the best thing you could do. And he's like, nah, it's not good. It's not good. But he said that.
I believe it. It's always the opposite. Whatever Ray thinks or says, it's the opposite. That's true. We know that. That's the Duh-Vito doctrine.
He just insists on running on a treadmill. And there's so many more cardio things you can do. And he just won't do it. He just has to run. And then he has to run at 4:00 on the afternoon when Kevin pays him. It's just every time. It's clockwork.
Yeah. Do you know about his Eiffel Tower light?
Yeah, Teamster Tim actually sent me a photo of it. Should I put it on the screen?
Yeah, sure. So for people who don't know, by the way, I know there's a lot of newer people to Ray, and there's a lot of deep lore that goes back. Last year was an epic year, so I have some stuff that we want to get into that's more classic. or vintage stuff.
Mhm.
But tonight there's just so much to cover that we're not going to. But Ray carries around with him something called an Eiffel Tower light. It's just an Eiffel Tower shaped wrought iron lamp. Not even wrought iron, it's probably plastic.
Right.
With a light bulb on top. And he thinks he needs that to stream because the light bulb's above him or whatever. But he left it at someone's house. So we'll see this.
Teams or Tim's. I'm pulling it up right now. Give me a moment.
So we can listen to him talk about it here while you're doing that, Z.
Okay, yeah.
I still got to get my Eiffel Tower lamp. It's not the nicest thing, but I got to pick that up. I got to hit up Teamster Tim. I got to pick it up this weekend. Just for the fact I cannot get. They do not sell Eiffel Tower lamps anymore. I went to Target. I went to PC Richards and Son. I went.
Okay, I was watching this when it was happening, and I went to Google and typed in Eiffel Tower lamp. There's like 1,000 different ones for sale. So
wait, hold on. Let me do that right now. Eiffel Tower lamp.
Yeah. So because they didn't have it at the Target he went to, he thinks they don't sell them anymore. It's like
this is fantastic. I just literally Googled Eiffel Tower lamp. And all these, you can get it at SD, you can get it on eBay, Amazon. I mean, look at all these Eiffel Tower lamps you can get.
Yeah, exactly. So
you get one that looks just like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah, there you go. Ray, there's tons of them.
And I found you have like those are nicer ones than what he's got even. But
I'm about to pull up. I'm about to pull up Ray's Eiffel Tower lamp. Like he could literally get one that looks like this for $20. That looks like the Eiffel Tower. But let's just go ahead and look at Ray's. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah, Jeff Closer says Ray does not have Prime yet. He is featured. His main credit is that he's an Amazon Prime comedian.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can't even buy the special. It's right.
Yeah, he's not. He has nothing for sale or for content on Amazon, so it's great.
By the way, you're gonna love Ray's Amazon Eiffel Tower light. It's the fuck. Oh my god, I can't pull this up fast enough. Stay with me this is gonna make you laugh very hard. This is the one he forgot at Teamster Tim's, and I guess it's still there.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ray's Eiffel Tower lamp. Please watch.
It's all taped together.
Like you could get a ring light like you should. I mean, I just bought a bunch of lights for my back room. Like, this is what he uses to do his podcast. He puts no money into it. None.
He travels around with that thing in his laundry hamper. It's like one of his prized possessions. It's for my professional podcast. It's production. I need the Eiffel Tower lamp. He's been talking about it nonstop on shows ever since it's been missing for like a week.
I love that this Eiffel Tower lamp separating us. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's great. So, he steals something from us. So he's clearly watching us. Not that
100% watching us.
So our homie Leo Gunn sends in a super chat, and listen to how he says squashed now.
Okay.
Leo Gunn, Kamala got squashed. F show list 2 punk. Jesus.
Squashed.
What did Joe List have to do with anything?
Squashed. That was a good one. Let me replay that.
Yeah.
This is the squashed in the wild for you guys. If you aren't familiar, I think Scheckler said in the transcripts, there's like.
All right, let's play our squashed first.
Yeah, you play our
squashed. All right.
There's like 150 instances of Ray saying squashed. We're going to get a compilation of that at some point, but.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Where is Scheckler?
Scheckler, a bunch of people DM me that. Like, where is he? He's watching that Fish Tank, that 24-hour show. So he's super into that, but he's around.
All right, you got it.
You got it. All right, let's hear it again.
Literally write themselves. Leo Gunn, Kamala got squashed. F Joe List too, punk. Jesus. What did Joe List have to do with anything, man?
Joe List.
He's just out there doing his thing. Like I said, it's not that I didn't give a shit so much. I just don't think Donald Trump's leaving.
He's an
I
idiot.
just don't think it's one of those things where they shut off the lights, I could just imagine like it's gonna pull out squatters' rights. Like
Here comes
I've
the
been here
question.
8 out of 12 years. I think I'm allowed to stay. I know my rights. I change the laws. It's gonna change his own squatter rules. He's gonna be stuck there forever.
Ray, let me ask. Or I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you Ray. That's the worst thing I could ever say.
That's super offensive, bro.
Sorry, Chow. I really do. Like, do you accept my apology? I don't mean
I
to call.
do. I know it was a slip of the tongue. You didn't mean
Totally.
it.
But is that Trump impression the worst you've ever heard?
It's bad. I mean, I don't know. Everyone does it, so it's like not a.
But I mean, come on, it's really bad though. It's not good. It's just not good.
Yeah, I mean, the voice is kind of okay, but Ray doesn't have the essence. Like the Gillis has a good one because Gillis has like a funny character of Trump, and a caricature. Ray's just doing Ray in Trump voice. He's just repeating the same thing over and over again in like a bad Trump voice. So yeah, it's bad.
Cousin It wants to give a shout out to Reels for gifting 10. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. I appreciate that. And
Asking you shall receive.
The legend is back. The Ray-Ban bounty is still on the table. You forget to tell KB. No, $1,000 to ban Ray from the show. And people are going to chip in.
Yeah, there's going to be a movement forming behind this, Brennan. If you haven't heard this yet, but the legend is doing a crowdfunded grassroots movement to get Ray officially banned from MLC, and he wants to give you cash for it. So,
yeah, Kevin, if you're watching, I know you like the show. You're a fan of the Ray Duh-Vito show. Let's talk about it this week. I'm around all week. I'll come on. By the way, great show today, Kevin, with what's his name? Norm's writer. Fantastic. Do more of that. All right, let's get to it.
All right, one last one on this one. It's just like the real Kamala rage, and then we'll get on to another topic.
All right.
Hogan wouldn't have had Kamala Harris on his podcast. You think it would have been like, no, I don't want a potential the lady running for. Of course, he would have had her on. That would have been great for her, but she didn't do that. She didn't do all those podcasts. All the voters that she wasn't going to get. If she could have convinced a few of them, that would have helped her out. But no, she didn't do it. She went the hard route. She had an easy, clear path for success. And she's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? I got this all figured out. I'm going to listen to my and just remind everyone that I'm a woman and a woman can do it too. And it's like, that's not the issue.
God,
Damn,
he's so fucking
my
dumb.
doctor's a woman. I wouldn't think twice about it. I don't think twice about it. I think it's great. But I would think twice about it if every time she came and saw me in a doctor's appointment and was like, I'm a woman. Is that okay with you? It's like, well, I didn't have a problem with it until you made it a thing. Now it's making me think that's all you got to offer is that you're a woman. You're not appealing. Like,
He hates women, dude.
Yeah, not a fan.
Like, who cares? All right, you're a doctor, right? I assumed you were a doctor. This is what my health insurance sent me to see. So I assume you got all the qualifications. Now you got to sit there and remind me other stuff on your resume. Well, I am this ethnicity. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I don't care. That's not what I care about. Who's going to be the best leader of the country? That's what I care about. That's
Chow,
Dude,
I can't.
yeah, he seems to care.
He seems to care a lot. I can't do any more of that. He's driving me insane. I want to kill him.
I hear you, and I'm
I
glad
do the show to have
that.
fun, and I do the show to have fun, not to want to kill someone. Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid says, "Hey Ray, you know what's good for the cure of gout? Cure for gout? Not drinking every day, big dummy. It's true. Yeah, just don't drink, dude. But he won't. He's just gonna do what Ray does. Ray knows politics like Freddie Prinze knew his son. Whoa, that's a deep cut. Jesus Christ. Freddie Prinze killed himself. Or was it? No, Freddie Prinze Jr. killed himself. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
The older one.
Ah, got it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Freddie Prinze Jr. is still around. He's doing his thing, like with wrestling and shit. I don't know. What do you want to pull up now?
I think we should go to MLC. Did you end up seeing any of this?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
All right. So Ray. Okay. So for people who don't know, Kevin and Ray.
Chico and the Man. That's right, Jeff. Go ahead.
And Gustav, the MLC super fan, ended up meeting up on Thursday, I think. And then they did a podcast Friday. So we get to hear all about it. And I know that we got pictures and stuff. I don't know if you have any of those from other people, Chad, but basically what happened here was these guys wanted to like meet Ray's woman, and they said, okay, yeah, we'll meet up with you if you bring her. And Ray said, yeah, of course, but knowing she doesn't exist, this was Ray's opportunity to basically meet with Kevin face to face. And you know what Ray wanted to do when he met with Kevin? He wanted to ask him, hey, can you unblock me? Can you unblock me from your phone?
Right.
We're buddies. So this was his whole scheme, was pretend like you're gonna go out there with the woman for a date and meet these two guys.
And by the way, you called this. I'll give this to you. You called it before it happened. You said she's not showing. She doesn't exist. It's not happening.
Right. So this was the whole plan, and I guess it unfolded, and they did meet up. So we get to hear a little bit about it from Kevin and Ray the next day. Let me pull it up. I think
there you go.
Yeah. This is right when Ray gets on the screen, so we'll just start there for a sec.
It was a fun little night.
Yeah, it was good.
Wait, they did 3 hours on Stuttering John? I mean, seriously.
Wait, no. Sorry,
you can't even.
12 minutes is Ray.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can watch.
They had gay sex. Rekieta admits it. Him and Steel Toe.
Right. Also, he's a cokehead. So sometimes cokeheads lie. Artie Lang said I had sex with him one time too. You gonna believe that?
We watch this guy a lot. Chow. I can't stand Ray's drunk laugh. I can't handle it.
Yeah, I know. And this is something he reiterates throughout the show, is like, I don't follow Rekieta at all. And I see some of the Steel Toe stuff from clips, and I hear people talking about it. So I know there's some big ordeal that played out this week. But Ray's thing is like, oh, yeah, they had gay sex. And he keeps saying that throughout the episode. But Ray loves Rekieta. We have proof. We have the DMs that Ray is trying to hire him for his attorney. And we know this is the case. So Ray's always ball washing for Rekieta. He has been for a long time. He thinks he's like the coolest guy. He has machine guns. He does.
No, he's a scumbag. He's a fucking loser. He's a cokehead. He lost his kids. He got people involved in swinging. He's a piece of shit.
Right.
I'm following it.
So this is the long and short of this, but we get a little introduction to that, and I got some time codes of him talking about this and Rekieta and how he tries to play it off like, yeah, like Carlos Danger says, I hired him as my attorney. Like, oh, that's funny. Like, Ray, we saw the messages. Carlos read it to you face to face, and then you called out the guy who sent it to us, all like, hey, don't be sharing that. So you can pretend like it didn't happen, but
right,
you know you're working with Rekieta. So 38. I don't need to say the time code right here. Let's see what the meeting was like.
From a lady boyfriend.
No, it's Dominican lineup.
Ray, you look old. I saw you last night. You look older than I remember you.
Yeah, I am old.
No, when's the last time I saw you in person? I was like, I'm surprised how old you look. You're like the oldest. You're like the oldest open micer.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
That's hilarious.
Ray doesn't even push back. He just goes, yep, yes, and. Ray, you're a real pro. You're getting really good at this.
Thank
Ray
you.
DeFito, he's looking neato. Ray DeFito looking puffy, face gout. Anyway, this ricotta content is worthless. Give this money to Chad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the sad part is they act like it's such a great thing, but all anybody wants to know is he basically tipped his hand. He's like, my wife and my girlfriend, and none of these.
Yeah, so I like that because Kevin kind of described Ray as looking old, and Ray likes to fancy himself as like a Peter Pan, young-looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
Good-looking egg.
He's got Jordans on. He's got the cool shoes, and I put that little hair dye in. And I'm like a little boy, but I'm 52. He's a little boy, but he's 52. And let me ask you this. Ray's been podcasting for a long time now. Obviously, we know about the Eiffel Tower lamp. Does he not know about backlighting? Like, I mean, I get it. You're on the road, but don't have a light on in the back behind you.
Right. Yeah. And I think on this episode, he goes into it. He's in Pennsylvania doing something, but yeah, I want to get into this joke because Kevin is fixated on it and I love it. And we have some examples of it for you guys. So,
oh, good.
Ray tells this joke about ghosting and he's been telling it forever, like his whole life. And it's like the most nonsensical, lacking of any humor joke of all time. He's recorded it many times and put it on the internet and promotes it on his page. So we're going to watch it, but I want to hear Kevin's reaction to it because it's perfect.
Okay. As that as code as let's suck each other's cock Italian style.
I'd rather do karaoke.
The old Italian sausage.
I'd rather karaoke than suck a guy's cock.
Mark, thank you. KB best there is, the best there ever was. Send Primetime Steiner link. He's asleep with some prostitute in Texas. Seven and Big Brand, Ray, he don't like you. Ray, you're resistant to Kevin helping you with your jokes that he saw you do. Your mind is diminished. No, Ray is set in his ways. Simple rules for a certain.
No, you were telling me jokes. So like, yeah, all my jokes are self-deprecating.
No,
you're like, yeah, Ray,
Ray, that ghosting joke, that's the worst joke I've ever heard.
Yeah,
that's the worst joke. That's the worst joke I ever heard that somebody stuck with as long as it makes no sense. And again, you're trying to be clever. Don't be clever. Just make fun of your, like, what a loser you are. Every joke should be you're a loser. That's what they were laughing at last night. Any joke where you're a loser.
All my jokes are self-deprecating.
No, they're not.
Like,
the ghosting joke. The ghosting joke. It's like you.
No, that is like self-deprecating. The girl like not talking to me back.
But it doesn't even make sense. You're an idiot. No,
it doesn't, bro.
Here, let's pull that joke up. You ready?
Yeah. So you got one of them over there?
I got both of them. Let's play this one first.
Yeah.
Here's the joke they were talking about, guys. You be the judge. I don't feel bad playing it because he put it on his page.
And then she quit texting me back. And my buddy goes, "Oh, that means you got ghosted." That's what that means. You guys heard that? That means you got ghosted, which that doesn't make any sense, right? When you think about it, because a ghost is something that annoys you that you don't want to annoy you, right? So if anything, I'm the one ghosting her. Like, I'm not done. I'm going to ghost her 5 more times tonight. I am still, if any of you want her phone number, we can all ghost her. She can get like 50 more ghosts tonight.
Oh, geez. And here's another one that he recorded and put on the internet. I've never put 2 back-to-back jokes on the internet, but he has. So let's get another look.
One was like from like a few years ago. One was like from like 10 years ago. Like he loves this joke that makes no sense to anyone. Kevin might be the first person that's ever told him like, it makes no sense what you're saying, Ray.
Right,
see, it looks completely different in this one.
This is from a couple years ago.
That she quit texting me back. And my buddy goes, that means you got ghosted. You guys heard that term? That means you got ghosted. That makes no sense, right? Because a ghost is something that annoys you that you don't want to annoy you. So if anything, me texting her, I'm the one ghosting her when you think about it, right? Like, I'm not done ghosting her. I'm going to ghost her 5 more times tonight. She's still getting ghosted. If any of you want her phone number, she can like 25 more ghosts tonight. She can be like, it's like you're getting ghosted from Old Man Hustle, lady. I was talking to a girl on Bumble.
All right, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty underwhelming. Pick up a pen, Ray. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
wow.
Kevin wasn't a fan of that.
God damn it, Matt, you know better.
Let me push up. I got 2 more timestamps, but I don't have notes on them. So I just
all right, push up. I'm going to go through these super chats real quick. We got Leo Gunn, our moderator in the house with Bill from Jersey, and we also got Doodle. We got G-Rob with the wrenches. Teamster Tim has been working back-to-back 14-hour shifts, and he says Ray won't stop bugging him for his Eiffel Tower lamp. I mean, come on, Ray, leave him alone.
There
Go
it
get
is. His prized possession.
Tim, send it to me. And then Ray has to pay me money to get it back because he won't go buy a new one. Salvadoran, you think Ray wants his own Kiwi Farms thread because he thinks it would be good publicity for him? I mean, that's a good question. What do you think about that, Joe?
I don't think so, but here's what's going on. Ray announced this a couple weeks back, and we have some text messages from Ray that Ray thinks.
Oh, do you have them?
Yeah, we don't need to show them now. We'll do it at a different point.
I want to show all the text messages, all of them.
Ray thinks that his thing with Sheckler, that there's gonna be nationwide media coverage of what Sheckler's doing to him, and like some type of Netflix series that's gonna be made about Sheckler making videos about Ray. And he's getting fed this information from someone. Now, I personally think it's Gustav. We hypothesized on this and thought maybe it was like Jim Gaffigan or Tom McCaffrey or Cuckman,
we did.
Or I don't know. We talked about it before.
Yeah, we did.
So I don't know for sure, but now I'm thinking it's Gustav because he had talked about last week, like, I'm going to New York for these big meetings. Like, they want to hear my story. They want to make it big. And he's been telling fans, like, yeah, when this comes out, it's going to blow up. I just got to be ready for jokes to laugh it off and play it off. But it's going to be huge. It's going to help me in the long run. It's wild stuff. So this is what Ray's kind of like behind the scenes doing, is like, he thinks there's going to be a Netflix series about this, and he's going to be the main star.
He's going to star in his own star in his own Netflix series.
I don't know if it's like a docu-series on like what's happening. I don't know how it's going to work in his head, but he keeps bringing it up to people. So subtly, but I've seen the messages where he's explaining it to other people.
I got one message. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. There's a little exclusive for everybody. Thank you, Salvador M. G-Rob, I'll get to you in a second, but let's pull this one up. Can you explain this?
Thanks, man. Things are going to be okay in the long run. Anyone that's Team Sheckler, it's not going to look good supporting someone who does targeted harassment and defamation. Carlos Danger, who loves retweeting police reports. We'll see. There's media outlets ready to jump on the story. Not looking good. Actually, it'll help me. I just have to be ready with jokes. When I get the exposure, his name will be in the news. If he continues, his family and coworkers will know what he does in his free time. That's why I let him keep doing vids. The more, the better.
Oh, shit. He's baiting Sheckler. He's baiting him.
Yeah. It's along these lines. I've seen him message something along this lines to other people that they send it to in, where it's like, yeah, it's the same thing where he's like, yeah, it's going to be something big. And he even talked about it this week. He's like, yeah, like, people said, you got a story here. You got a story that you can tell.
Do you think he's getting that information from his lawyer?
It could be. I think it's Gustav, because I remember Gustav saying like he's in movie production and he makes films and all this. So Gustav just wants to get as close to Ray as possible so he can get as close to Kevin. So I think he's kind of telling him this stuff like, yeah, like, this is big. We can make something out of it. And Ray even mentions like many times, like, yeah, Gustav's got connections. He's helping me out on all this stuff. He's a good guy. I can talk about real stuff with him. So
he's an enabler. I don't like this guy. I don't know him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't know what his story is. I don't want to know. He's seen me do stand up twice in 2 different states, 2 different cities, never even introduced himself. I don't trust him. G-Rob, if Ray has sex, even with himself, it's gay sex. That's funny.
Yeah, we want to get into last night's, but we might have to save that. Let me see what this. I don't even remember what this timestamp is, but we'll play it.
Fucker. I mean, he stinks. He sucks.
He's a funny dude. Uncle Stokes, wrong, Ray. Wrong. Swallow or don't bother. What? She doesn't have to swallow. If a lady She can do what she wants with it.
Stokely's talking a tough game. Whether you get mad if they don't swallow. Stokely, you're an idiot. With all due respect, you're an idiot. If a girl blows you and you came, I don't care where it ends up.
Yeah.
It could end up in the kid's hair with the Coke. I don't care. I don't care where it ends up. Just finish the job. I don't care. You don't have to fucking swallow. I mean, listen, Stokely. I'll
Sorry, I don't know what that timestamp was, but 131:54 is my last one. So let's see what this is.
All right, cool. Hit the like button,
Mr. Ray Ricotta, if you take yourself off screen during defamatory superchats, it renders them legally. That guy's such a loser. And the fact that fucking Melton and Carl put him on a pedestal, it's so sad. And then Shuley has to watch it. These guys are so sad. Again, ask the most obvious question. Are you fucking them both? And how is your wife taking the fact that now you have, and this guy's talking about how Steel Toe has like this complex. This guy has a wife and a girlfriend, but he doesn't have a complex. I mean, these guys are so sad. But I love it. I love the fact that Bob Levy walked away, and that now Shuley's going over to watch Steel Toe because nobody cares about Stuttering John anymore. I love it. Cheers.
Go.
Good job, Ray.
Renders them.
Yeah, so another bad time code, but it just gives you a good flavor for the episode. Ray doesn't say anything ever, rarely. He just sits there and listens to Kevin.
He's collecting $100. He's collecting $100, just taking it in, and he doesn't provide anything. He's not interesting. There's no backlash. There's no conflict. There's nothing.
But you get a vibe from the episode, and I had some Ricada timestamps of how Ray was talking about he's awesome and all this stuff, but I don't know. I think people are kind of tired. Well, I don't know.
It's all good. Daytwa says, thanks for the $5, $3.89 towards the treadmill we all need in the background. Authentic. So now let me ask you something. He's getting a green screen now because he's saying he's getting bells and whistles. And he says, I'm going to get a green screen. Everything's going to be great. But we all know that treadmill is going to be behind him. So will the treadmill be in the green screen? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good that he's trying something, but it's like, yeah, how is he going to set this up? Because
it's going to be a nightmare. And he can't even remember his fucking his lamp. He's going to take his green screen like the Teamster Tim's and
who knows? I mean, what's he going to use as like a background for his green screen? I don't like the green screens personally. Either
do I. I'd rather have these shitty posters behind me.
Yeah. It creates an identity and it adds depth to it. So whereas like Shuley show, they all have those green screens, and I don't know. It's weird looking, but
hey, we got a phone call on the Ray Duh-Vito hotline. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You can call too. It's also the drunk dial hotline. Don't get thrown off. 323-977-9642. 323-977-9642. Now, Chow, this is we've talked to this guy's called in before. He's from the Ohio State Patrol. He's got an update. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Zumock, Dr. Chow. Officer Jenny McNulty here, Ohio State Patrol.
McNulty.
Quick follow-up on our Days End lead that was uncovered a few weeks back. Through review of their guest logs and conversations with their staff, one name has surfaced as a POI, or person of interest, Nathaniel James. Now, this individual had several one-night stays at multiple locations along I-80 over the past several years.
Nathaniel
what stood out to
James.
the staff, aside from his general dim-witted, unfunny behavior, was the absence of any recognizable luggage, his consistent complaints, and a heightened aggression towards female staff members, specifically those of a portly nature. There was also no indication that the room was actually used for sleeping, aside from an obvious effort to mess up the bedding in an attempt to make it appear that slumber had occurred, perhaps an attempt to establish an alibi. Now, physically, he was described as a mouth-breathing, uncoordinated, average-sized white male with tombstone front teeth, cold black eyes, and breath that could melt steel. If any of your listeners have any information or have had a run-in with this Nathaniel James character, please do reach out to their Ohio State Patrol hotline at 1-800-667-5697.
Wow.
1-800-no-slows. You boys have a good day.
Wow. 1-800-no-slows. That's a good one. Jesus Christ.
Incredible call. Amazing stuff.
Great stuff. I mean, I don't have any idea who this Nathaniel James is, but we got to keep an eye out.
When your fans don't want you no more. Yeah. I'm squashed.
I think we need to also look into the voter roll of Ohio and see how many times a Nate J ended up voting for Kamala, because it might have been a bigger blowout in Ohio than we even got reported.
Yeah, even with the write-in ballots, you never know. Dill Dog says the Cleveland Slow, $5. Yeah, there you go. I like it. I got one more thing that you have. Do you want to set this up about imaginary women from back in the day? Your Twitter?
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I think I wanted to do it after a time code. Let's do this.
We could save it.
Let's save it for a little bit. And I know you've been going hard, so I can kind of drive a little bit. We'll try to get through this last part.
Yeah, I'm losing my voice, guys. I full disclosure, I sent Chow a DM going, dude, I'm losing my voice. Just giving you a heads up. So Chow's going to be doing a lot of driving, so I can, podcast for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's jump over. I just want to touch on Tuesday's rock bottom. So this was unfiltered Ray's reaction to the hangout with Kevin without Kevin having to drive the conversation. So let me put it up for you.
Sure. In the meantime, hit the like button if you can. And you got a lot of memberships today. Thanks to Reels. Thanks to Stephen Bravo. Open up your tabs, JCB and the SD, and you can watch this back on demand if you can't watch it live. So let's go to it right now.
Yeah, let's just play a little bit.
It was like a little bit. So when I went up, and yes, yeah, I mean, Gustav says I had the best set, but it wasn't a competition. The comics were on the show. All of them except me are passed at the cellar. The MC isn't. He's
Gustav said.
But like, it's a bunch of heavy hitters. Everybody's a really good comic on there. Yeah, so that annoyed me. Comes like, well, Ray was trying. The other night, yeah, we were all trying. Everyone was trying. It's like that also annoyed me too, because I didn't even do like 5 of my best jokes. So yes, I did do the ghost joke, the ghost joke, the ghosted. It's still a great joke. It's a great joke.
We saw it, Ray. It's not great.
You guys agree with that, chat? Throw 1 in the chat if you think it's a great joke, and put a 0 if you think it needs a little work.
Yeah. So let's. Yeah, we played the jokes, Ray. We played back-to-back ghosted jokes, and they just weren't good. It wasn't a good joke.
Yeah, it wasn't very good, much less great. So,
wow.
Let's see what else he has to say about it.
Wow.
And there's a good egg. The O is an egg, or the 0 is an egg.
Oh, you got a half there. There you go. There you go. Let's play the rest.
But whatever. It did not win over the crowd. Everything else I did won over the crowd. That's the other thing too. Kevin's like, see, when you were shitting on yourself, like, have you not seen my act? All my jokes are self-deprecating. Even the ghosted joke is self-deprecating. It's taking a shot at me that the woman didn't show up for the date. Like, all my jokes are self-deprecating. It's like, yeah, when you talk about what a loser, it's like, those are all my jokes. Those are all my jokes. All my jokes ends with the punchline.
Repeat it.
Being at me. So
repeat it.
But yeah, we had a good time, and then I knew he enjoyed seeing like other comics. like Howard Feller came in there, and that's when I got excited because like I knew he would know Howard Feller because Howard Feller, I think it was like on Jon Stewart's show in the 80s or whatever. And I like Howard Feller. Howard Feller is not a bad. I remember watching him on TV when I was a kid, but he like kind of like the same thing I'd say with Barry Sobel. Like he never evolved. Like Barry Sobel, when you see him, still does the same jokes he did when I was like 14, and that was a long time ago because I'm an old man, as you guys know.
Ray's been doing the same jokes since the first time he tried comedy.
It's amazing how overly critical he is of other comics, and yet he doesn't take his own advice on anything. But he'll judge everybody else unless it's Joe List. If it's Joe List, I mean, you can't do any wrong.
Yeah, so he's crapping on some guy who no one's heard of for a few minutes and repeats about it.
I mean, do you think this was the greatest day of Ray's life, going out with Gustav and Kevin?
Oh yeah, like he got all like done up for it. That's what Leo was mad about because they threw a big party for him and bought him all this stuff and prepared. On Sunday, remember we covered a little bit of it last week, and then Ray got like a haircut and like dyed his hair and did all that and got new clothes to go meet with Gustav and Kevin. Because I think he's trying, like we said before, he's trying to impress Kevin and win over Kevin's unblocking. That's Ray's number one priority is like to get Kevin to unblock him, and then he can call him all the time and be like, "We're buddies."
Yeah, because he wants that thing back. Because he looks up to Kevin because like I always said, he still loves those TV credits, and Kevin has all those TV credits, and he wants those TV credits, man. He really thinks that's what's holding them back from being on Colbert and hanging out at that cellar table, getting a phone call, Sam Morril to go on the road to do some theaters. And I really do believe that.
Yeah. And to get a rundown, because I don't remember where the clip was or the gist of the night is they all met up. They went out to dinner. They went to a comedy club, and then Kevin bounced, and Ray and Gustav ended up going out dancing till 5 a.m. That's straight from Ray to an inside source, and
two guys dancing.
Yeah, so they're out dancing all night. So, and it was a great time. Everyone says it. Well, namely, just Ray said it was a great time. We haven't really heard Kevin say it was a great time, or
no, he didn't go. No, Kevin said, "I'm out of here." He said, "Fuck this."
Well, he didn't even say the like dinner and the comedy part was a good time either. So,
but Ray's speaking on behalf of Kevin. He had a good time. I can tell.
Yeah,
he's having a great time.
Yeah.
By the way, can I give this out? Do you mind if I give this out to Gustav? This award here.
Do it.
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
Congratulations, sir.
There you go. We'll give out the good egg at the end of the. We would give it the reels, but he already won, and you can't give it out back to back. But thank you for gifting 10 reels. And mommy, don't even think about it.
Oh yeah, you're in hot water.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna get back on the road.
What have you been doing for the past 20 years?
I just got to do a new album.
You were just in Iowa.
Another thing too. Kevin's like, "Oh, you done?" It's like outside of the ghosted joke, and the ghosted joke I wrote like literally 2 weeks before I did, like a few weeks before I did my comedy special that him and Levy opened up for. But like,
Jesus Christ. Like, can
so
you pause it?
That's on there. So like,
he talks that ghosted joke like it's Stairway to Heaven to Led Zeppelin. Like he thinks that's his Hot Pockets ghosted. Yeah, I wrote that. Like it's VH1. It's VH1 Storytellers. Yeah, I wrote the ghosted joke 2 weeks before my special when Bob Levy and Kevin opened for me. You might know them.
Yeah,
my openers. You know them.
And usually, like Ray's jokes, you can source like where it came from. Like his rescue dog joke, he stole from Bill Burr, and he usually just lifts other people's jokes and reworks them. Like switches the
Tom Segura.
He stole the Segura joke. So the ghost one is just so preposterous. I don't even think he stole that from anyone, but that's an original.
That's amazing. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
I did that joke that was on my comedy special, and the whole not getting a sex talk.
You know these jokes, guys.
And one day there's a mess, and just
those jokes, guys. We all know
me
these
having
jokes.
no idea that what the hell came out the first time.
We know these jokes.
I masturbated like on the throw pillows. That whole thing.
You know that
Just being
classic.
Like, to my dad, like, what is this? I had tears in my eyes and a load in my hand. Also, the lyrics to my favorite country
Tell the
western
joke.
song. That whole I did that just because like I knew that would be. Also, I want to do a few jokes that I knew would crush for.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got this joke about like the first time he pleasured himself, basically, and it's not even a joke, but that he just told it there. But he said, it's I like to do the classics that crush for Kevin and Gustav.
I want to open up with the classics like Cold as Ice. He thinks we all know these jokes. We don't, Ray. We don't know your jokes. And he acts
I
like,
do.
I mean, if you follow him, like
Yeah.
fucking goddamn Chow does and fucking Sheckler, you guys know him. But if you're just some guy that just knows Ray from Kevin's show, you're like, yeah, I don't know that. I don't give a fuck about your joke, Ray. Jesus Christ. Hold on, let me get to the super chat. I can't let this one go. Whoa, chilling 99 cents. Shit. Fuck.
Show me the money!
Thank you so much. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let's ride it out for a couple minutes here because I think he starts talking about Gustav,
because Gustav was there, and he's a good man. We all love the guy. But
No, we
thank you for
don't.
the super sticker.
No, we don't.
The Gray Lobster became a YouTube. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member.
Why?
That's
He
right.
doesn't do
Yes,
anything.
Get membership. Tomorrow I got a show. I got two great guests with me tomorrow.
No, you don't.
At 10:15.
No, you don't.
Doing a
Who
show
are they?
tomorrow at 10:15. And I got two great comics joining me on the stream. They're not.
Chow, who were the two great guests?
Devilverse.
Do you remember?
Yeah, because last week he said I got two great guests joining me tomorrow, and then I guess it got canceled. It's Stone and Stone, and then we have the episode from last night that all the fans are wanting us to play, which I don't have a ton of time codes to that. We'll touch on that before we get out of here, but yeah, Stone and Stone. He's been.
Oh, were they
hyping
like
these
the gay
out.
guys? The gay guys?
Yeah, the two Piazzas. So, but they, yeah. On this episode, Ray says, I don't want to say their names because they might cancel. And he talks about Sherrod, who's canceled on him a bunch of times.
Yeah, Sherrod's never coming on. I know Sherrod. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so we'll get to the episode, but yeah, maybe we'll just ride this one out quick.
Okay.
Let me just, yeah, we can hear what he says.
Related. They're just two
good
New
eggs.
York City comedians that are
good eggs.
Two legendary. I'll say that. Two legendary New York City comedians.
The
That, I'm
Scalar
good friends with
brothers?
both of them, and they've done my show a long time ago.
We know.
Haven't been on in a while, and they're joining me tomorrow night, and they're great. I fucking love these guys. I love these guys, and they'll be on tomorrow night, and it'll be a lot of fun.
When are they going to be on, Ray?
They're good. They're good peoples. They're good people. So
Are they good
that's
guys?
Tomorrow night at 10:15.
Oh, tomorrow night.
I don't want to say I don't want to say the name. I know Sherrod Small was supposed to join me a couple times.
He's never coming on.
One time was on me. One time it was the day the computer died. The day the computer died. Saying bye bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of singing. But we got to listen to it because actually I'll push forward 1 minute. Maybe we can miss some of the singing.
Are you push forward right now? But why does every time he hears a word that triggers us, he has to sing it, and he can't sing? It drives me insane. Like the other day, like that guy, the final boss. I put up the super chat. I go, guess what he's gonna say after that, and everyone's like, final countdown, final countdown. So I press play. It's like the final countdown. Do 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 do.
Yeah, and what ties into what we were just watching was he's teasing these guys coming on, and the whole episode's up. It was a complete mess. There's two guys in one cube on the screen and Ray on the other. None of them were listening to what the other ones were saying. They're all just talking over each other and singing, basically. Like the guy tried telling a story, and every time he said a word, Ray just started singing. So it's a complete mess. I couldn't even get good time codes for it, but we'll check into little parts of it, but I want to see what he says about Gustav here.
To do MLC, so I'll get him on MLC. That's what I'll do. But again, I don't know if he's going to show up because he's, yeah. Ray, why are you covering for this Gustav carrier? What's he hiding? Come clean. He's not hiding anything. The guy's very successful, Leo Gunn. He's a great man. Leo Gunn, who I love, we all love Leo Gunn. He's a good man. He was at my birthday party. He gave me a bunch of baseball cards, and then I re-gifted one of them back to Kevin Brennan. I gave him a Paul O'Neill card because I had a Paul O'Neill rookie card. What are you covering? Gustav's a man, but yeah, let the guy.
God, he loves this Gustav guy.
I don't know if he would ever want to come to an event. Can you not blame some of these people for not wanting to come forward and be like, you know, I mean, just look at I just have comedians looking what I've had to deal with from the outside, and people coming like, dude, you gotta let me I had literally people had to be like,
who?
I gotta help you get this straightened out.
Name names.
Here's this person. We're gonna do something about this, and that. Don't say shit about anything. Don't talk about the you're going to be fine in everything. So yeah, do you blame people in the Dabbleverse for not
Chow? Can you pause
wanting?
this? What the fuck is he talking about?
It's what I was explaining and what's in that message about how he's got some famous comedian telling him you got a story here and this is messed up. What's happening to you? And
you think it's Gustav?
I think he's involved somewhat because he talks about how Gustav's can talk to him about real life stuff, which is what this is, his real life stuff. And then, but it could be it could be anyone else that's a Joe List comedian, Danny Polachuk.
Danny Polachuk's his go-to,
Tom McCaffrey, his lawyer
yeah.
friend.
Right.
Ricada, his now current attorney.
Right.
Could be any of those guys.
Right. He loves Rick Ricada. Loves him. All right, let's go back to this.
Yeah, we can ride this out for a couple seconds, then we can get off of it.
Has it ever worked out? When someone here's all my information, and it worked out glowingly. Why? No, I did not blame him at all. There's no reason for anyone to do that shit. That's to be hey. There's just too much weirdness, too much shadiness, you know.
He's always complaining.
So I guess I'll get in. I guess last night was he never first awards or whatever.
Oh no.
You want to hear a little bit of his take on the Hackverse Awards?
Yeah, I didn't hear it, so yeah, definitely. Liam saying in the chat that ghost joke is Attell's.
That makes sense.
So he took Attell's ghost. Yeah, Attell probably has a ghost joke that he doesn't do anymore, and he's like, "I'll just fix it. I'll fix it. I got a pen. I'll pick it up."
Yeah. Well, we can usually tell where it comes from if you just search whatever the theme of it is into YouTube. There's some brother who was telling a ghosted joke, but it was way better. I'd never heard of the comic if you type in ghosted joke on YouTube, but still wasn't good. But I mean, yeah, here we go.
I don't know what the things were, the categories, whatever. I know.
Of course you don't.
I know I didn't win any, so it's but also.
Oh no!
And here's the deal: it's not
Oh no! Go ahead, Ray.
I love you guys. Leo Gunn, fucking.
We know.
Chatter. You guys,
we love them.
Yeah. So I am Dabbleverse adjacent, but the reason why I don't say
you're in it, dude.
Actually, Dabbleverse, I'm not shitting on people anymore. I'm done. I'm not doing that. I roast battled 2 people.
Me.
And even though I got the better of them in the roast battle, make it a.
Who do you roast battle besides you?
It was me. That was the big one.
And then the ghost roast, right? Where he roasted Stuttering John, but
he wasn't there. So he roasted Stuttering John, who wasn't there, and then he roasted me. So Yeah, and then from there he thought he was the roast battle guy. Like he could not stop writing roast jokes, and he wanted to roast everybody. He wanted to roast celebrities, the ghost roast, like yeah. So
Well, I think he might have thought like when he called in from Planet Fitness and talked to Felicia, that was a roast because he always says it was a roast joke calling her 200 pounds. It was just a joke. You can't take a joke. But I don't know. I mean, like maybe he's considering that one of his roasts. I don't know. It's crazy.
he got his Planet Fitness membership canceled. Big W. Ray went ahead and introduced everyone to a hot new artist, Neil Diamond, last night. Oh my God, you got to be shitting me! Watch out for this kid; he's going to be big. So he was like promoting Neil Diamond.
Everyone loves Neil Diamond.
He's like Gustav. Everyone loves him. He's great.
Should we go into those piazzas? Should we watch it? We can get off this one. There's a lot to cover this week, so yeah. Let's jump to last night's episode.
Yeah, because I'm already sick of Ray, so I don't know if I can get through this. Thanks to everybody that super chatted in today and gifted memberships. Appreciate it. You can use your membership that you got today, and you can watch this back. It'll also be up on Patreon, video and audio. You have your selection. We also have a nice chat room in there. You can go chat it up, and you can see KB's boobs and Mommy's boobs. I'm kidding. Mommy took them down. But we got it right here. Let's take a look from yesterday's show. We might have to tap out.
Yeah, this is still up on Ray's channel.
Wow. Big news, exclusive.
Yeah, these two guys on and I just want to give you guys a flavor, so I'll start from the beginning. There's not a lot of notable stuff throughout it, but the whole thing's kind of just a
These are the guys?
Yeah, Stone and Stone.
They look odd, man.
Yeah, they're like they're like some like bizarro Bogdanov twins, if you know who the Bogdanovs are.
It looks like Harry Shearer in makeup.
Yeah, these guys, Ray thinks these guys are great, so let's watch them for a minute.
All right.
Hey, punks, welcome.
What's up, punks?
What's
I
up? What's up, Ray? We're so excited to see you.
Good to see you, fellas.
So we had some trouble.
Wait, did we step on your intro, Ray?
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
No.
This is already annoying. This is already
I'm
annoying.
trying my best. Did I step on something?
You stepped.
No, this would not be Stone and Stone if this is
Exactly.
not.
Exactly.
No, but I thought you
Anyway,
were like, welcome
we
us
had
to the
some
show.
initial trouble, technological.
There was some troubles. You guys were handling it backstage.
Now Adam is actually doing a good job now, but beforehand he was putting some pressure on the back of my chair, and this is the chair my chair is.
Excuse me. Yeah, so for you guys who don't know who these guys are, they're Stone and Stone, and they're identical twins who I guess they're comedians. I didn't do any research into them, but they're
I never
great,
heard of them.
according to Ray. And Ray knows who they are, and Ray knows their parent, their mother, and their mother loves Ray. Like I feel like Ray's like somehow like related to these guys because it's like the way they're talking, like they know Ray very well. They act like it throughout the episode, but the episode is basically what we just saw. A lot of that, like one of the guys, the gist of the story is like one of the guys, they're identical twins, and I guess one of them's a Piazza and then the other one's not, but I don't think that's possible. Like as a doctor, I can speak on this. Like if you're identical twins, either you're both Piazzas or neither of you are Piazzas. So
there's a lot of talking over each other, and well, like I'll hang in for a little bit, but Jesus Christ, they're already annoying.
Yeah, so we'll watch this for a sec, and then I was thinking this Piazza medical stuff, and they get into it. Let's just jump straight to that because it's what Borgo, who's a G, he knows that type of shit. So let's see what he says here.
Thick.
It's very thick, and it's a nice. The metal.
It looks like it's, and it looks like it's, and it looks like it's circumcised.
Definitely circumcised. Hold it close to the camera.
No, I feel like this is like the stuff that hasn't been circumcised.
No, but it's got a nice round. I don't know.
Oh, this is gay.
Wait,
It is kind of gay.
Are you circumcised? Ray, or no?
Yeah,
Well, most people have got circumcised in our generation.
But wait, it's like a Jewish thing. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
but
then it's also.
I mean, I grew up Catholic. I grew up Catholic.
No,
I
what
know
I'm saying
that,
is it is a Jewish thing.
It
but it's
became
also
just
just
a
a health thing.
sanitary, or apparently
More sanitary.
Yeah, no, but did you know it's a Jewish thing too?
It's all religions. Isn't
You've
most
heard it?
religions?
Okay, got it.
Aren't
Well,
most religions being like, let's fucking give them a mushroom head?
Maybe, but in at least in Judaism,
it's a Jewish tradition.
It's a tradition where it's called a bris, right?
Yeah.
They put on a Neil Diamond song.
They put on Neil Diamond, and then
September morn,
and
we
then
dance
all
the
of a sudden,
night
yep.
away.
Yep.
You know,
See, the guy's just trying to explain something no one cares about anyway to Ray. He just starts screaming about music.
Bring me
By the way,
flowers anymore.
I'm supposed to be talking.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
keep
early
singing.
on,
Keep
singing.
Yesterday's on minimal. You just walk out the door, baby.
I can't, dude. I'm out. Sorry. I'm out. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I can't listen to Ray sing. Sorry. I just lost my temper. I'm sorry. I can't listen to Ray.
Well, we'll get off the music. There's one more time code on here that we'll hit, and then we'll play the vintage thing about Ray making the made-up woman, the imagined woman, because we'll bookend it, because the episode started with us thinking Ray's going on his big date, bringing his Papa Brennan with him to meet her, and he gets.
And I apologize in the chat, guys. And when everyone said you should stream tonight, Ray, you should go live against. I can't. I can only do it one day a week with Ray. He drives me that nuts. My skin crawls. So if you guys are upset that I tapped out, I can't help you. I just can't. Go watch it on your own accord. And
Borgo even said he brought up the good point of like, hey, if you're identical twins, how can you one be a Piazza and one not be? And they even said like, yeah, you're probably right. Like we're either both not Piazzas or Piazza. I don't know. There's some decent stuff if you go back and check it out. But
all right,
I can't even read my own writing. Let's go right here. We got AJ, a guest of our last episode. If you want to pull it up, of our
she super chatted.
Yeah, I guess she knows these Stone and Stone guys, so she gave him a shout out. And I know some people are like, "Whoa, why'd you have Ari on?" It's like, dude, Ari's great on shows, so we had to have her on. She's an OG of OGs when it comes to Ray stuff. So let's play it.
What card is it?
No, but it's like that's my point. It's like it's all how the hell do I know? Do I have to? Oh, and then my son is into Pokemon, and evidently that's all about like. You got to get it graded, and the way to get it graded is you got to mail it somewhere. Have you heard all that?
Right. Yeah.
It's annoying.
The best way to do it, don't mail a card anywhere. Here's how you do it. If you want to get cards graded, you go to a baseball card show and you bring a bunch of them at one time, and they're there, and it's going to be cheaper because they'll do like 5 at one time. So it'll save you. But if you do them individually, it's going to be expensive as shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you just go to okay. So it's this card.
Oh yeah, that card's not.
Haven't you seen that? So this says $40, but then it's
not
like
$40.
You think it's less?
Yeah. I mean, I could show you right now.
But then
Put it this way:
this says $149. So it's like, what the hell is accurate?
It's not.
This says,
it's not. I'm just letting you
this
know.
This says $71,000.
Tell them you'll sell them your card. Yeah. Tell them you'll
on. No, but
tell them you'll sell them their card. But yeah,
I remember you had a joke, or maybe it was real, about some girl who you like who
took her back to my place and showed her my baseball cards.
Yeah, or something, and she was interested or not interested. It was like
I dried out her vagina.
It was like an F buddy situation, right? Anyway, I just remembered that and thinking it was funny. And any F buddies now or no?
I have a list.
All right, so we're gonna get into someone asking him about if he's got any F buddies, which I guess means like girlfriend or whatever.
Right, fuck buddies.
Yeah, let's hear what Ray has to say. I love it when people ask him about this. So
I can't wait to hear.
Lady friend, but I'm not gonna. I
Don't
have a
talk,
lady
but you don't-
friend. Yeah.
No,
Good, we don't wanna
no
talk
need
about
to
it.
share it. But wait a second.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I did want to go back to this.
Yeah.
The one that's expensive, it says.
See, like
there's
this,
one-
like you could get
there's
it for $2.50 that same part.
To be fair, $9,000+, whatever the hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just in general, that card's not going to be worth crazy amount of money. Just because it was so mass produced. Your card, sell it on eBay. And be like,
okay, so there's something at the end. And if you guys are in the chat, I think Ray's blocked a bunch of people. In
What on
chat.
his show?
Yeah, recently. So if you're in our chat, let us know what the deal is with it, because he was getting called out by I don't know if it's Leo or someone that like AC/DC got blocked, Decline Host was blocked or something. And I think we know Ray went to AC/DC and asked them to use his FBI connections to look into Franklin Sheckler. And
Right.
because AC/DC told people that he was doing that, it's illegal, Ray had to block him or something. So Ray's turning on all of his like biggest fans and supporters for some reason.
That's hilarious.
But as far as the woman goes, you want to pull up that
Yeah.
OG clip, because this will encapsulate what we've been saying now for a while. Because remember all the information of how he brought up like a woman, and this is one of his OG examples of being questioned about it and called out. And you'll see similarities through all of his appearances and how he explains things throughout time.
Before we jump into this, Dennis Menace has blocked. Gentis is blocked over here. Bill from Jersey says blocked me on Twitter. Gino Balmina says blocked me on Twitter. ACDC blocked Ray. So a lot of people are commenting on this right now. So just giving you a heads up.
Okay, so I know ACDC blocked his cell phone. Because Ray would call him and complain about people, and it's like, who wants that?
Nobody. You want to press play?
Yeah, play this. This is this is a clip. I think I put up what was it, like January 20th. I don't know what the context of why I put it up, but this is an appearance of him on Keith and the Girl from like 2 or 3 years ago. And Kemda's asking him about his girlfriend at the time. And just this is the stock thing he comes up with.
It was squashed.
It's squashed.
I love stories about Ray. When you date. So are you seeing somebody or just into somebody?
No, just talking. Seeing what's up.
Talking.
Yeah, talking. Sometimes we make out.
We're talking. Well, I'll make out with you, but just tell people we're talking. Does she say that?
What is
Yeah.
wait, hold on, because if we were having a sex talk right now and you would say to me, we're talking, but then we're also making out, I wouldn't know what the sex talk is. What does that mean? That you're just not committed? You're open?
No,
Use anything but the word talking. What is your relationship with this woman? Lady.
we hang out and we haven't had sex, but we fooled around. I don't see her that often.
How often do you need to see each other?
When's the last time I saw her? I might meet up with her this weekend, but
In my head, in my mind.
I don't know. Last time I hung out with her was like before I went to New York City. So I went to New York City last week. So the week before that.
Chemda, Ray is a gentleman, and a gentleman doesn't talk and tell.
No, I would whatever.
Album, but all right.
Yeah, what happened to this Mike Kaplan guy? He used to be around. Now I don't see him anywhere.
I don't know. We should get him on. He's a G.
Yeah, I'll get him on. I'll send him the link.
No, I will let her dictate the relationship. Whatever she wants. If she wants to be serious, we could be serious. If she doesn't want to be serious, and it's the ball's in her court.
If she said she loved you, would you happen to also love her?
I doubt she would say that. I think she talks to other guys too. So I don't think she's too crazy.
She's a talker, right?
She's a talker.
Chatty. Hold on. Wait, how old is she?
She's 32, and I'm older. I'm a lot older.
How old, Ray?
Why? How old are you?
I'm 48 years old, so I'm.
Okay.
It's a
Gap.
Is she looking for a serious relationship?
No.
Squash anything that there might have been between them heading into
Would have fun if we could squash it now.
And we squashed that on MLC. Like,
Right.
you were mad at me and you were saying something, then we squashed that on MLC. And I was like, all right, cool, that's squashed.
Squashed.
Sorry, I made that a long time ago.
Squashed.
But I thought it was pertinent to the time because it's that season where the imaginary 32-year-old girlfriend comes back into the picture. And
Without a name. They never have a name. Like, Ray could easily say the first name. You could easily say the first name. Right.
Yeah. So, and that's also what I think Kevin said on his podcast that when they were hanging out at dinner, Ray said, I think she's seeing other guys too. And this is exactly what Ray said in January about the woman that he made up around New Year's that was like in a dart league or something. He had this whole backstory with it.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the dart league, and she had a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think when it all plays out and when Fish Tank's over or whatever, Sheckler could probably put together something that like really chronicles we call her the imagined woman, but she's a singular entity in Ray's mind that has prevailed through many epics of Ray's podcasting journey.
Well, I tell you what, Chow, just saying that alone, we were talking about who are we going to give the good egg of the week out to? I think we know where that award's going. To the imagined woman. She's the good egg of the week.
It's nice to be extraordinary, never ordinary. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart.
You're a good egg.
You're a good egg.
That's awesome. Congratulations to the imagined woman.
Exactly. And I think that's going to be the bulk of our show tonight. I know there's a lot of other stuff to get to. I think we have some good ideas. We were kind of short on time for planning tonight, but let us know. Let Z-Man know what you guys like. If you guys like this type of show where we kind of go over the week that was with clips and insight, or if you like having like a guest and doing a deep dive into something, because there's a couple things I realized today or last night that like Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid was hitting me up. He's like, can you believe Ray went on a date with a she-male or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, of course. You know, it's one of his like 8 stories he always tells. He has been telling for the last 3 years. Of course I know. And he, like, so there's new people to Ray that don't know like the old lore. So there's stuff we could touch on, you know, like Chris Abel's wedding. We could watch the stand-up with like the Levies or something. I don't know. We have guest ideas, we have content ideas, but we also like to cover the week that was of Ray. And sometimes it's just like not much is going on with him. So I think we'll sprinkle in that type of stuff when there's not much else going on.
Well, I tell you what, since I'm getting a lot of requests in the chat and just DMs in general, and you have a relationship with them, I don't. People are requesting Mr. Kill Everything for a Ray Duh-Vito show. You think you could pull that off?
Probably. I could hit him up. I don't know. I don't talk to him that often. I just did a podcast with him like last year, long before he was on any other podcast. But yeah, he'd be all right. I could pull the clip. I was on his show talking to him about what happened, and he like reenacted like the move that Ray made towards Mazzy. So we could even just watch that reinterpretation of it without having him on. Who else was I thinking? I think we could probably get Todd Montesi on, who's like Ray's arch enemy in comedy. But we had him on Mir Musk. I saw Leo Gunn asking what Mir's up to. He's on vacation right now, but he's doing great. He's just not podcasting because he's been busy. But not to sidetrack. Yeah, if you guys got any guest ideas or show ideas, we'll get to them.
Or we could just do a show with Ari and Mommy every week. No problem. I'm
They're
just kidding.
Great.
I do like them. I like them too. I know a lot of people, like there are a couple people who are like being, you know, they're just being internet people, and that's fine. Listen,
yeah.
The cool thing about the Ray Duh-Vito show, you never know what you're going to get. It's always different. And that's what's great about it. Thank you so much for making the show a continued success. Use your memberships, use your Patreon. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again next Wednesday, unless there's an emergency, for Dr. Chow on the Mud Shark. So there you go. Chow, anything?
Yeah, before we get out of here, I want to tease. That Hackverse Award stuff was just super weak. So we're gonna be doing this. Award show here, the Slowies.
The Slowies. We're doing the Slowies.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that towards the end of the year. I don't know if we're gonna make it out for open vote, but we're gonna award the Slowies out for the year that was Ray DeVito, because he was complaining he wasn't featured in those awards. So he's getting his own show with that. And
we got you, Ray. We got your back.
Yeah.
Vince Griswold gifted one. Way to leave on a high note, Vince. Thank you very much. So the Slowies will be coming, guys. Great. Go ahead.
I got another teaser. I found the January 3rd or 4th episode where Ray struck your channel and then we were sniping him and he started going mental on us. I was watching it the other day. That's the 1 year anniversary that in my mind is the first Ray DeVito. I know you did a couple test shows without it, and then you did a couple, and then it was sporadic after that. You were doing it like once a month or once every other month. But that episode where Ray had struck your channel and you were sniping him, I consider that the anniversary. So going into the new year, we'll have a special episode where we rewatch some of that. It's great. And kind of follow and chronicle the downfall or the roller coaster ride that was Ray since that point, because he was a completely different guy. He was going after you hard. He was talking
real
bad
bad.
on me. Yeah. And he was like, of course, it was just a different type of thing back then. So we're going to get into that coming into the new year. So those are kind of like special episodes, but anything else you guys got, let us know and we'll try to get to it.
Leave it on a high note. Reels, can I get a Mommy D Dick Rider? Reels, ask and you shall get.
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
Thank you, Reels. Appreciate it. Jake Hudson's here, everybody. He just got here. He's in the chat. Hey, Jake. Jake, I just sent you the link. Jake, I just sent you the link. You want to come on?
When your fans don't want you no more.